Okay. Do not cancel me for this video, please. So, Bam's 83 versus Kobe's 81. Which was the better and a harder scoring performance? Now, Bam Adebayo scored more, but was Kobe's 81 more impressive? Let's break it down. I know we could assume, but let's actually break it down. Scoring 80 points in an NBA game is not supposed to happen. Wilt Chamberlain did it, supposedly. Kobe Bryant did it. And now Bam Adebayo has officially joined that exclusive club by dropping an unbelievable 83 points against the Washington Wizards, moving past Kobe for the second highest scoring game in NBA history. But here's a question everyone is asking. Did Bam actually have the greater performance? Or is Kobe's 81 still the greatest scoring display the modern NBA has ever seen? Because scoring points doesn't necessarily mean playing the better game. And so today we're breaking this down like film analysts, not fans. We're looking at efficiency, shot difficulty, defensive attention, game context, offensive responsibility, and what each player actually had to overcome to reach those numbers. On paper, Bam wins. 83 is more than 81. Case closed, right? No, not even close. Analytics teaches us something very important. Context matters just as much as production. Now, two players can score the same amount of points in completely different ways. That's exactly what happened here. And so starting off with Bam Adebayo, Bam scored 83 points against one of the league's weakest defenses, the Washington Wizards, in a game Miami eventually controlled comfortably, right? Now compare that to Big Kobe. January 22nd, 2006, the Lakers were struggling. They weren't blowing Toronto out. In fact, Los Angeles trailed by 18 points early. Without Kobe, they lose. Instead, he personally outscored the Raptors 55-41 in the second half. He did not just have a great scoring night, he completely flipped the outcome of the game. That's an enormous contextual advantage for one Mr. Bryant. And so let's watch the imaginary film, because I don't want to get copyrighted. But this is where things really separate. Kobe's scoring profile looked like basketball torture. Fadeaways, the double, the triple, contested pull-up threes, mid-range jumpers, step backs, baseline fadeaways. Every shot looked hard. Every possession looked exhausting. Defenses knew exactly who was shooting and still couldn't stop him. And now let's look at Bam. Bam absolutely earned his 83, right? But many of his points came through actions designed to create easier opportunities. You have the post-ups, the pick and roll dives, the transition, the cuts, the offensive rebounds, and most notably, Shea somewhere playing. Because, most notably, the free throws. Two free throws for Shea. Nothing wrong with that. But analytically, those shots are generally higher value, higher efficiency opportunities than the self-created jumpers Kobe was living on, was eating off of. Now, this is where the debate gets fascinating. Kobe, 28 for 46, over 60% from the field. 7 for 13 from 3. 18 of 20 from the free throw line. Now think about it. Most players don't shoot 60% taking uncontested layups. Kobe did it while taking some of the hardest shots imaginable. That is crazy. And now Bam, 20 for 43 shooting, 7 for 22 from 3, and 36 of 43 from the free throw line. His efficiency wasn't bad, but his scoring relied much more heavily on getting to that free throw line. In fact, he attempted an NBA record 43 free throws in the game. Shaq never did it. Wilt never did it. Bron, Giannis, please. Bam Adebayo. And that changes the way we evaluate the performance. Now, my favorite statistic. Who had to create offense? For Kobe, it was basically everybody. The Lakers' offense depended entirely on Kobe. Every possession, every quarter, every big shot. Toronto knew it. The fans in the arena knew it. Kobe knew it. The coach knew it. Jalen Rose knew it. And still he scored 81. Miami, that's a different story. The Heat repeatedly made it a priority to keep feeding Bam as he got hotter, especially late in the game. That's not cheating. That's smart coaching. But analytically, it's different from carrying an entire offense because nobody else can score. And then here's something the casual fans tend to miss, and that's defensive schemes. Kobe was not seeing normal defense. He was seeing panic, double teams, late rotations, aggressive traps, physical defenders. The Raptors were throwing everything they had and nothing worked. Washington, they eventually started crowding Bam, but the game flow and the late game pursuit of history was different. The Wizards continued fouling, and Miami kept finding ways to get Bam touches as the record came within eyesight. And again, no disrespect. It's just not the same defensive environment Kobe faced from start to finish. And now we gotta talk about it because this is 06 versus 26. Let's talk about pace. People forget, the NBA in 2006 was much slower, fewer possessions, less spacing, more physical play, less emphasis on the three-point shooting. Every basket was harder to create. Today's NBA, more possessions, more space, more offensive freedom, better spacing, higher scores. That doesn't make Bam's performance any less historic, but it does mean scoring explosions are statistically more attainable now than they were 20 years ago. Now, the verdict. Let's grade both performances, right? Pure points, Bam. 83 beats 81. Case closed. Shot difficulty, Kobe. Not even close. Efficiency relative to shot quality, Kobe. Not even close. Team dependence, Kobe. Not even close. Physical dominance, Bam. He completely overwhelmed Washington in the paint and lived at the free throw line. Bam, nobody expected a player known for his defense to score 83 points per game. I'm sorry, 83 points in the game. That shock factor makes the achievement one of the most unlikely scoring explosions in NBA history. If we're ranking them by the record book, Bam owns second place. Nobody could take that away. 83 points is 83 points. But if we rank in the greatest individual scoring performance, Kobe's 81 remains the gold standard. Why? Because difficulty matters, efficiency matters, game situation matters, shot creation matters, and carrying an entire offense against a defense designed to stop you and only you while shooting over 60% from the field might be the greatest scoring masterpiece the modern NBA has ever seen. Bam's 83 was historic. Kobe's 81 was legendary. One broke the record, the other changed the way we think about what one player can do in a basketball game. And that's why, despite the extra 2 points, the edge goes to Kobe and his 81-point masterpiece. Thank you.